Hello, how are you today? I noticed that you were sitting there glancing in my direction. Are you interested? Is there anything in particular that you would need or want to know about me? Anything at all?
Excuse me.
I thought that maybe you were remembering something about me from some encounter we may have had in the past. Maybe you thought that you had seen me and did not have a chance to strike up a conversation, due to the circumstance of the evening. Is that so?
I don't think so.
From a party, a newspaper article, a mutual friend, a casual acquaintance who had wanted you to meet me? Maybe from a fly-in at Oshkosh, Volkfield, perhaps England, Germany, Savannah, Georgia, or maybe even the small town of Alpena? Have you been to any of those sites? It could have been an air show, somewhere where I happened to be performing my quite extensive air feats. Am I ringing any bells?
No.
Well, you may remember me from one of our local parties, weekend drills, or a chance encounter. I flew jets, you know. The supersonic attack jet known as the F-4 fighter bomber, mostly bomber. It does has a tendency to make women swoon, fantasize and act kiddish as they view our flight suits, our striking demeanor and general can-do attitude. You should not be shy or coy about these emotions that you may be feeling. Can you envision that?
Who are you again?
Like I said, I am what some might call a hero, a warrior, a well-trained, steely-eyed fighter poised at the tip of the spear, or as I simply like to refer to myself, as just a guy doing his job. Strapping on a high-powered jet is not an easy task, to be sure, but someone has to do it, and since I was called to this service, a service to lead other men in aerial combat, I merely stepped up to the challenge and accepted the tasking.
Would you excuse me?
Have you ever traveled faster than the speed of sound or the speed of stink? That is very fast indeed. Have you ever arrived at your destination prior to your departure? It is amazing, but just one of many things I have done. Have you ever ridden a burro or tried to get one into a trailer after he had noticed your presence? Have you ever been the subject of a Mexican rodeo? Have you ever called a tally-ho on 6 bogeys when you knew there were 8 in the environment surrounding you? Believe me, that is some situation.
What are you talking about?
We are discussing the scope, intensity and quality of my avocation. I don't normally address these intimate things about myself to total strangers, but I am beginning to feel a closeness here that I cannot explain. To be quite blunt and to the point, in certain circles, it is known that I am something of a big deal.
Check, please.
If you have a few seconds, we should get to know one another better. From the perspective of finding a good catch, you should consider the following. This guy is hot. This guy can fly jets like nobody's business. This is someone whom I would want to have my children with. Have I hit one of your hot buttons yet? If not, let me continue. You might want to say to yourself, if I were stranded upon a desert island with this hot specimen, would I be one a happy camper? I am sure that your answer would be in the affirmative.
You have got to be shitting me.
No, I am not shitting you in any way, shape or form, my lady. In fact, my third wife said to me, just the other day, that of all of the shit-headed assholian jet fighter pilots out there, I was the least offensive.
Did you say you are married?
Did I not mention that? I have to admit that I am. Since I have retired, she has begun to tell me things like that the days of being a big shot are quite over and that I should come down to earth and face reality as quickly as possible, if not immediately. I believe that it is she that has lost touch with reality, poor girl that she is. What are you doing after this morning's encounter? Would you like to come by and see some of my aircraft parts? I have records, documentation and briefing notes that you also may be interested in seeing. I have numerous trophies, plaques and awards that have been strategically arranged on my walls. They follow my career and accomplishments chronologically. Awards like these are only conveyed to elite few, need I say more? Upon initial observation, lesser mortals, people I like to refer to as targets, refer to this display as a "I love me" wall. But that is certainly a tacky assessment, and I am sure that you will agree that it most certainly arises from envy.
If you don't get out of my way, I am going to have to call the manager.
That is not at all necessary. I feel that we have accomplished all that we can today. Maybe I will see you here tomorrow.
Maybe.
Alright then, let me know if you have a sister. I owe a favor to one of my buddies and that would go a long way towards repaying my debt. Please have a nice day. That went better than I thought it would. I think I will call some of my flying buddies and see what they are doing. They may be remembering things that we have done together in the past that I may have forgot about or would like to discuss with them over a beer or two. A few things were quite interesting and worth recalling. There may also be something happening out there in the wild blue yonder today. I will definitely tell them about this hot chick that was coming on to me out of the blue at the coffee shop. That happens quite often, I must admit.